Hello, beautiful folks, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's underscore Gintu, back again to the root of today's one-on-one live coverage. We're going to be coming to you live, which is Tanganizing from my G Castle here. And things are popping out and everything is just running very meticulously at this kind of the section. And wherever you're coming from, I respect. And I say thank you very much for being tuned and also locked in for us to get this kind of the portfolio getting forward. And coming to you live because we're going to be getting direct to the point how it's going to be synthesized and also from the outer look of how the things are popping out at this kind of the time, because I see we have already married women and also the gentlemen from the Poland. Congratulations for the people who are ever in Poland. I don't know if you went for the celebration, but I don't know why the parents could not be maybe any person could be sent to the Poland so they can just talk about this kind of the ceremony going to be so meticulous at this kind of the time, and also handing and talk about this is how it was, and the eyewitness from the village who is there and how sure is it like the marriage was just proposed and how the things gonna be coming out. The thing that it was making me to feel like things are just cooking and gonna be raining the feces about there is whereby how can I be making sure I'm gonna be having the ceremony and I'm recording myself and talk about this is how it's gonna be and this is how it is, a bit a problem there, which is not adding unto me whenever it comes to that kind of the scenario. Also, I saw another gentleman called Mura Senso, and what happened to his kind of the portfolio, how it was just moving on and on because things were cooking out, talking about, I'm going to be having so much of the views, 50,000, 48,000 people watching live, but whenever it comes to the real conscience of the matter, it's just the robots. If you ever heard about Chris the Great and also Nairobi Teacher, they ever came out one time to spell it out and also say how this kind of the robotic viewers are ever viewing your own channels and becoming a problem. At the end of the moment, you find like your channel is compromised and you talk about, I'm going to be having so much views and people are just watching so much here and it's just buying some of the views. Talk about, I want to be now surprising how many people and people are going to be watching this, and it's going to be becoming a little bit of a problem to the Esquire and how the things are going to be coming out. And also, what is just there is number one. How is it possible? Because the family members, one of the family members, and if it could be like right now, Murasense is not a bachelor of marriage ceremony and talk about the marriage is terminated because Rosyoshi is back and too much things have ever happened because how the man is ever acting and brutality happening to this kind of an Esquire, you can come to the conclusion and come out and comprehend this kind of the statement and say this kind of the man is so crazy whenever it comes to the real way of handling the matters and to his own compoundment, because he thinks about is ever controlling everything. Sometimes you have to give this kind of the women a little bit of the time, because when you see how the ladies are ever coming out and talk about, I want to be this way, I want to be this way, you have to understand how it is and how you're going to be working to that kind of an Esquire. But this kind of the gentleman is talking about whatever I am is who I am, and you understand the thing that is making the department to be aparted at this kind of the time, because she is at Argentina at this kind of the time and she's not even feeling coming back because she was obsessed and she's flabbergasted because this kind of the gentleman, you understand the time we're ever talking about this kind of gentleman is not using some of let us talk about the Muslims. They understand they're going to be using water in terms of the toilet, and this kind of the gentleman is using leaves to make sure that he's going to be using it where fantastic and handling the matters where significantly going to be relating to the toilet, to have going to be getting there and sitting and down and talk about here. These are the leaves that are going to be handling to rectify the surface area exposed to the toilet. And to this kind of the portfolio again, we're going to be coming to understand the real fact whereby the only person who was very near to Poland, who can just flew direct and talk about it, could be just, okay, this is a person who is in the west part of the talk about maybe in the west part of the world there. A bit people, what they don't understand is Rosyo could be the only person who could be very near, who could talk about, I can just go for this kind of the Poland ceremony. How did it happen? Like nobody was just antagonized and talk about, I want to be getting to this kind of the ceremony. What happened, really? What happened? And even nobody from the ground. It's only like, we are just having this kind of, it's just, and when we are talking about the party and the ceremony is there, I was the one who ever raised this kind of the question talking about what are they waiting for? At the age of, I saw one day, Murasenso going to David Jr. site there and talk about, a 23-year boy who is a multi-million and this is the house that is just building. Me personally, as I can say, I went and I was delivering milk to Murasenso. Talk about Mr. Kondad there. I was delivering milk, and Daudi was a bit bigger for me. Talk about it was talk about ahead of me in terms of even classes, because during that kind of the time I was in standard 3, 4, 5, and when I reached standard 6, he went to form 1, and Murasenso is coming out to tell us, oh, you know, this kind of the gentleman is 23 years old. Don't lie to the public, and if they are lying, let them come out correctively, because if they're talking that way, I was going there with some of the milk delivery, and this kind of the gentleman was so, you understand how he is. He was not even talking to anybody, and he was so crazy. The mooding is looking like maybe a significant letter, and you think about it, not even. The mood was like he cannot even spell the vowel sounds, like he's a gentleman who is just seated there a bit. It was just moodless, because in kind of the time, because the brutality that they were ever passing through because of the conduct. Talk about how the matter was being treated is what is making them, even this kind of gentleman, to feel like that is how the life was. You understand, when he came out and talked about, oh, you know, I'm going to be now handling my father the way you're going to be so meticulous. That's the day he was just brutally handled, and he was just shaved meticulously. And they went to the police. You understand, this kind of an act of the police towards much of the people is becoming from his own family, because whatever happens to his kind of the family is the one who is arresting them. Talk about the conduct himself. So he has transferred that kind of a stupid character to the same jits kind of the boys. So they think about, oh, whatever happens, they rush to the police, and they think about they're going to be handling the police the way the father going to be handling the police. A bit, this is another era. When we come to the real conscience of the matter, let everybody talk as a fact. When I said about this kind of the lady Dimwango has to be married, because the things are going to be happening, the YouTubers are not marrying, whatever is happening, they are chasing much of the wives, east, west, and south, whatever is not happening. What's really happening to this kind of an ecosystem? We have to come out correctly and straightforward and pump whatever is coming out. Point number 1. I pinpointed and said, Dimwango, she's now approaching 33, 34 years. This kind of the year. She's going to be 33, 34 years, approximately. And Murasenso is going to be getting to 38, 39. He has not yet reached to 40. But he cannot see, like he's just running out of time. He's running out of time. He doesn't see that one. He's thinking about, oh, the time is still limited. Oh, this time is still there. Look at the son he's going to be having at this kind of the time. Look at now the David Jr. talking about 23 years. He's not 23. He's now 28, 29. He's approaching to 30 years at this kind of the time, because he's born 96. So who wants to lie? Because the other lady, she's born at 94. Who do they want to lie to? Look at when there's a fight that happened during the villa time, whereby Nasto, the mother, ever talked about, oh no, Dimwango, you know, you are older than Nasto. Do you understand how this kind of the lady felt? And she has been lying to the public, telling people like, oh no, Nasto is bigger. No, Nasto is even younger than. You can see Nasto now is going to be 31, 32 there. But this kind of the lady, she is more older. I think Nasto right now is going to be 30 something. I understand during that kind of, I gave out a story whereby during that time, Nasto ever came to look for the radio that had borrowed their home. And I borrowed their sister a little bit of a radio. And one time, I borrowed that kind of the radio to come and get some music here, because I liked much of the radio. During that kind of time, I could not have much money to buy a radio. So leasing a radio could be so easy for me to do it. Then I brought a radio here when I was just now tuning the music. Nasto pumped in and talked about, hey, dogo, unapatiwa radio hujawaileta. Bring the radio here. I have given you a radio, and you have not yet dropped it back to my home. You bring that radio here. And it was now the time was to open the music. And I felt very characteristically not okay. I talked about, now, what have I now done? These things of leasing gonna be so crazy. And Nasto was a bigger man. During that kind of time, I could see Nasto and talk about, this is a very big man during that time. So what about this kind of the time? So you have to understand how this kind of the things are always coming out. I saw when this kind of the tricky situations started happening is when the mother this is the Congrats mom ever came out herself and talked about, no, Nasto is very younger than Dimwango, and Dimwango was so rude to the mother, like, what are you talking about here? You want people to hear this? And a bit, it's the only thing that they're lying to the public. And one thing is, you see the age They are now passing the age. She's only having like 10 years for the menopause to reach, and is about the time for them to act. So like this kind of the time, you understand the African way of understanding how things are coming. I'll talk about the birth rate. Here in Africa, she's going to be coming to Africa here. She has to have 5 or 4, at least 3, 4 children. So she has to act 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. And right now, you don't know what's going to be popping out. It's just a chest cloud thing. Like she want to be married. What about the house that she's building there? Who going to be occupying that kind of the house? Are they going to be coming to live at their own home? And it will be like a significant of resonate things that are going to be coming to the ecosystem, whereby you cannot even allow it, and we cannot even understand how will it be. And also, how are they going to be talking about how it's going to be this way? How many gentlemen are going to be coming? How many gentlemen have they dealt with? And it's only like Dimwango, she's a lady. If she could be a man, look at what happened tomorrow. Look at what happened to Mura. What happened to him? He was running from one position to another, loitering and using this kind of the ladies meticulously, because some of the times we always say, some of the ladies always, they are there talking about this, oh, is a bigger YouTuber. I've seen such kind of an example. Right now, Aisha Speed is in Kenya. And you have seen how the trending TikTok is now TikToking. Everybody's talking about Aisha Speed here and there, here and there. That's the character Maro could be. He could be having the team, which is a very big team that we're going to talk about. We are arranging that we're going to be getting to this kind of a country. So whatever Maro going to be talking about, going to be now running from one position to another. He's talking about, oh, I've been stolen, oh, I've been whatever, kidnapped, whatever. That's the only things, scandals out of scandals. Nothing like, oh, and now Maro is going to be coming to this kind of the country. It could be such kind of something. Look at right now, if Wodemaya going to be coming to Kenya, we'll hear about, oh, Wodemaya is coming to Kenya. Everybody's prepared, waiting for the Wodemaya to come. And we have a gentleman here called Mulasenso, who is only acting about, oh, Nico Buddha is ABCD, oh, Gintu, we're going to be arresting him. Oh, I don't know who. A bit a crazy moment whereby you cannot even understand, like, people are moving. He's ever struggling here and they are running from the village here and taking and grabbing some of the lands and talk about, oh, going to be opening or whatever going to be opening. Right today, I've seen some of the horses are ever grazing from the maize farm. And they talked about, if you understand, don't ever propose some of the things that you know you have not reached at that kind of the stage to do it. Point number 1. You understand that you're going to be bringing, okay, this kind of the horses are going to be arriving, yes. But you have some of the sections of the plots that you're going to be buying, yes. We understand some of the people are ever buying for you. That's the hospitality that we ever talk about. You are blessed for it. And we say that's the mentorship that you brought, and much of the people are gaining the influence from it. But now, why can't you prepare some of a bigger farm that you're going to be planting some of the grass, doing whatever? Look at how this kind of the people are being done. And look at how people are now going to be transferring themselves from that kind of the horizon. And everybody's talking about, no, this is not a gentleman we want to be having to this kind of an acquire. Look at this kind of the portfolio number 1. Look at how many workers now are going to be getting out from the villa. And everybody's talking about, no, I can never go back to that kind of an esquire, because you are given works and multiple works and tasks. And you can wonder about which is really happening here. What is really happening here? You do the work like something else. Look at when we were ever dealt in, to that kind of the position. We were never paid. Look at everybody who is just coming out is never paid. He's just complaining. When he knows he doesn't have money to pay you, he's now complaining too much. Even you can talk about, he can even chase you and talk about, oh, I don't want to see you. The money is low onto the account. And this kind of the time he has seen it, because not like the future, like, oh, you're going to be bragging, talking about, oh, I can even tell somebody to buy it. He was ever telling us that way. Whenever we were just on the villa, oh, even this kind of the generator, I will tell somebody to buy. Oh, whenever I see even I will put some people to buy. At this kind of time, is he doing that one? Is just talking about, oh, where are those kind of the people? People are now getting to know, like, there are ever other people. They have supported him in enough. Enough is enough. So they're going to be getting, like, are going to be supporting Rumumba, are going to be supporting this one, are going to be supporting this one, are going to be supporting this one. And everybody now going to be talking about, no, it's my selection of who to support. Because when you're going to be talking about going to be supporting this other person, he comes out and talk about, oh, you are betraying. Look at what Nico Buddha they did to Nico Buddha. You understand you are a person of more than 570-something thousand subscribers. You are coming to attack a channel which has 4,000, 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, below 10,000. What do you want from them? It's a bit scary. Like you are being scared with the people who have less things that you could not be bothered for. Look at this kind of a character I want to bring out. Look at Aisha Speed when I'm talking about this kind of the guy is now in Kenya, and when he was even not have not even arrived into Kenya. What happened? The president of Kenya himself welcomed him. Even the Speed had not even arrived into Kenya. The president came out and talked about welcome to the magical Kenya, and experience the best in terms of the magical, and ever get some of the good food and the cultures, and discover and see much of the things that are going to be happening. But this kind of the gentleman, whenever we're going to be getting to Nairobi, the first thing is to lure the border with a little bit of money and talk about, oh, we have been grabbed. To look for the money, which is the only position you're going to be looking for. And is coming to talk and tell much of the people here, oh, you know, you are just doing this one, oh, you never, hey, you are a betrayal. A bit is the betrayal to this kind of the village. And the people has to come out clear and say it. And also, when you come to the real way of understanding the things that they're going to be coming, I understand everybody's talking about, oh, they have made it. Yes, nobody is cherishing badly. Okay, if you have married, nobody has not been married. Whenever we talk about marriage, the marriage is only you are just expressing like you're going to be now starting to be cucumberized. That's the only thing you're going to be coming out to tell people, oh, I'm now married. Oh, I'm now having a ceremony that reflects like you're going to be now tanganized. The private part's going to be suffering the most, and to that kind of the conscience moment, you are coming to church with us, oh, I'm now married. Who is just bothered with that one? Nobody's bothered. The only thing is we are respecting it. Like now you have moved to another step. Now you're going to be a parent and you have to act perpendicularly. Who has ever stayed with a woman from who is a white woman, or a man who is... It's only a few, and this kind of the people will never go anywhere, because that is the real fact. Because YouTube is something that is going to be not giving you time. Number one, they will never go and like going to be moving from one position to another. It will be like, oh no, I married you for me to have time with you. So are you going to be having time with me or not? And how is this kind of the lady going to be acting? She is now just clouting to reach tomorrow's section. Like more going to be talking about, are going to be having like this kind of the subscribers are going to be now doing this and that, to make sure that everything is getting to the position. But what is going to be handling out is number one. Marriage, everybody has married, including the conduct married. Look at the life that they're going to be living. You understand, even that kind of the home is not understanding themselves. And that's the fact. Look at this kind of the conscience. I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a hint of it. When you see this kind of the gentleman, every day they're ever talking about, oh, you know, people are going to be talking about us. The people are just reflecting to people to talk about it. And why can a person come out and brag like, oh, it's going to be this way? This kind of the time we are, nobody is here to brag for anyone. Like, how can a dwarf come and laugh to another dwarf like, oh, this is a taller dwarf and this is a shorter dwarf? We are all dwarfs. If you are a pervert, you are a pervert. Don't come out and tell us, oh, you know, I'm a taller dwarf and you are a dwarf. What's the characteristic of a dwarf is a dwarf? So don't come here and brag. If you're talking about, oh, we're going to be building, we're going to be having lands, Git also has a G castle here. And is a very big, $80,000 US has slept here, very meticulously. Even to this kind of the time, I'm talking about, let me relax a bit because my pocket demand is demanding. And at this kind of the time, somebody's coming out to tell, oh, you know, it could be this way. I am having so much supporters. Okay, you might be having, yes, we don't deny. But the good fact is, we're going to be having our own proposal. We know how we learned, how we came out. You know themselves, how they're going to be getting themselves. They're talking about, oh, this kind of the person don't want to give this kind of the person a shout out. We are ever chased and nothing can happen again. Because he's ever bragging like he doesn't want to be seen like he's the one who is having much of the mistake. How can a person, and I was talking about that one. When it comes to the tours, like moving from one position to another, you understand what happened to him. Right now, he cannot move from one country to another. Talking about Africa, how many times has he gone to Africa? And he's the one who is just using a lot of money. Whenever he's going to be coming, he is a flat rate. He's having nothing. You saw even when he went to Argentina, they went to renovate a cage of a dog for them to stay there because he cannot afford the money. Why can't he afford to go even to London? Why can't he afford to go to talk about even if you're going to be in Argentina? Why couldn't he talk about going to be now moving around and talk about how it's going to be the cultures and much more? It's just supermarket and taking this kind of the father to Rocio from one position to another. Oh, today we're going for an outing. For what now? Something like look at how people are now acting. Is moving talking to the president. That's what we need. And you could be a person to recognize, like this kind of the time, Aisha Speed is here. And you could be talking about, yeah, you understand, we have YouTubers who are going to be now meeting him. It's only the TikTokers now going to be meeting him and talk about, oh, this is how it's going to be, and much more better. And the man is filming, and 4 or 5 cameras, he has employed the people. Look at what is he doing here. He's just neglecting other people, getting himself like, I'm going to be doing this, whenever going to be employing you, too much troubles, non-payable, slaving in much of the people, and you talk about, oh, you know, I'm a bigger YouTuber. A little bit the brains are just lowered into that kind of the cardiophagistic moment. But you have to come out clearly and assess much of the matters, how they're going to be arising. And if it's not like that, we are failing totally from it. And the village ever, and this kind of the time, one time you'll come to realize like he had that kind of the position and the chance to make it. But some of the other people will have taken that kind of the course route, and they will be now making it outside and talk about, oh, you know, I'm the one who trained, and you're going to be now talking about, oh, you know, that one is my trainee, you're going to be this. He will be talking such because he doesn't have an influence this kind of a time. Whenever it comes to scandals, he's the one who is performing much of the scandals with the people who are scanned. And they're talking about, oh, you know, you understand the scenario of the Canairo Kairos. And talking about, oh, talk about buying some of the vehicles, talk about ABCD. Whenever you're going to be supporting, he could be even having he talked about a hospital. Where is the hospital? You know, sometimes it could be something like we have to add ourselves onto the minds and start engaging ourselves. Like, these are the liars, number one. They are lying to the public. When you come to the grassroots here, when a person comes from Nairobi and come to the real village and understand like what's really happening, what? Is this what I'm ever checking onto the internet? I think about Nyabohansi is ever coming together, and I see like Nyabohansi is the one area I can go. Whenever you arrive here, my friend, you find like things are rampant, narcotic, racist is what is only being performed here. And there's nothing else. Look at this kind of the time right now. You know, right now he's sleeping like a panga. Whenever he sleeps this way, there's nothing like, oh, baby, baby, baby. Nothing like that one. His night now is sleeping like a panga. Is only turning like, it's only you go and turn it to the other side and sleep with another side. Yeah, man. That's the only position. Because, you know that gentleman who was taking care of everything to that kind of the position? He came out exclusively talking about, no, this is not what we needed it to be. This is not what we needed it to come out. And we were ever subjected, like I have been hired to do this kind of the specific job. But whenever it comes to the now, I'm oriented to that kind of the horizon or the ecosystem. Some of the people come out and talk about, no, you know, now this kind of the work already you are employed here. So any work that develop, you should do it. And for the fear, like you don't have the money and you know this kind of the person has an influence. Do they know like even him, he doesn't have some money to pay this kind of the people? Because he told me like when he was starting the construction of his kind of the villa, what happened when he just borrowed some money from Dave Jr., 50,000 Kenya shillings, and he never paid that money back. And until Dave Jr. now talked about, I'm going to be coming with the police to get you and pay my money if you want peace to this kind of the home. What happened? He is ever bragging to the people like, I'm going to be having money, I'm going to be having, like right now something happens like emergency. You will ever talk about, oh guys, can you support me? You look for the solar. What happened to the solar? Only they were hit with what? You understand how much money it was used into the solar, and who paid for that money? It was Jamaican uncle. He felt like, what am I going to do? Or how am I going to tell Jamaican uncle the solars that he bought? And right now, whatever has happened to the solars, the hailstones have dismantled everything. What is he going to be coming out to say? It could be so something narcotic. And now he felt like, what am I going to do? Let me post it to the video, to the platform, whoever going to be supporting to support. That's a person who's calling himself a millionaire. That's a person who is ever intimidating people, are going to be using multi-million so as they can just arrest you and get a lawsuit to you. This is a person who is ever calling people names and also distinguishing and disgracing some of the people's attitude and dignity, and talks about, oh, my dignity has to be restored, while the others, you don't restore them. A bit a problem whenever it comes to that one. But now they have now understood the reality. Now the Mwango is being married and Marwa's wife is gone. So it's now going to be called alternating. They're going to be now alternating. Whenever now Rocio going to be coming back to the villa, the Mwango is divorced. And you're going to be coming back home and talk about, oh, you know, that man was not giving me time. Oh, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I need to explore. Even if we're going to be having some men, they're going to be doing ABCD. It will be a scenario again. And they will come out and talk about, you know, this man was not treating me good. And, you know, they want me to stay in Poland. The family is not taking me good. I never saw even how this kind of the families are going to be behaving also. I was ever talking about, oh, you know, I'm having the husband, they're going to be kissing themselves. Kissing is a must. And you know, she's now trending with it and talk about, you look at when Mura went to United States. He was moving from one street to another, kissing ladies like shits, talking about, oh, I'm going to be doing this or this. And he was ever getting the influence of that because people liked what he was doing. And he talked about, oh, no, I have now to change the content. When now he talked about the money was siphoned until it was nothing. And now he ran back home. And the lawsuit was taken because some of the ladies went and filed the suit and talked about, you know, this kind of the gentleman has been using us, and giving us some of the promises. We have some videos himself talking about it, and he has not made anything. He's now running from one place to another. They filed a suit. How many ladies were there? There were 4 ladies, and they filed a suit. Now this kind of gentleman is wanted in the United States of America, and is the person who is now bragging in Kenya and telling us, oh, you know, I'm a person. Even this kind of the police officers in Nyaboans, they don't know that one. It's only Ginto can tell them how it was and how it has gone until he's being told, like, you have to pay 250,000. And if you calculate that kind of the money into Kenya shillings, my friend, this gentleman will just come out and talk about, no, this is not me. Let me calculate it. 250,000 times 128 at this kind of time. 32 million Kenya shillings. It's there. 32 million Kenya shillings. That's the money he can pay so as he can be allowed to get to the United States of America. And right this kind of the time, he cannot go anywhere because the only place he can go and stay and he can get some funds who can give him a better place for him to settle and give him shelter is only in the United States. Talk about in the UK. He cannot make the life in the UK. Look at what happened when they were being hosted. They ever come out and take some of the ladies to this kind of the gentleman's food, homes and much more. Cucumberizing ladies, east, west and south. Oh, you are Marwa. Yeah. You are talking about it. Whenever you see this kind of the home, they're going to be having money. You're going to be talking about, now I'm going to be using this kind of the home to sustain my sustainabilities and much more. And we are being told outside, oh, I have been suffering, getting to here, paying out of rents. Look at what is happening. They are not paying anything. It's only they're bragging out to tell us, oh, we are just paying, we are doing this. Better stay at home here than having such kind of the scandals talking about, oh, you know, I'm traveling from here to here, being hosted. Then I come out and tell, oh, you know, I've wasted a lot of money in terms of ABCD and everything you have been taking care of. Look at when he was telling us, oh, you know, I've suffered from one place to another. It's only like, it's a way of expressing the sympathy so as people can talk about, we are sympathizing with you. And that is it. And when we come to the real conscience of the matter, it's only people talk about, oh, we hate Gintu because he's talking the truth. And they don't want the truth. That is the real fact. And I will not be bothered because some of the people who we have to feed them with the truth. If they think about, oh, you know, they are the only people they're going to be talking about this way, they're going to be talking about this way. We have not to be limited in terms of the walking, talk about whatever we want to be doing at that kind of an utmost. But we are here to sustain the sustainabilities that we're going to be having. And let us make it happen. If you cannot do it, don't do it. If you are told start dancing and start walking, what are you doing? It will be some of the circumphonious reasons that will always come out and talk about we are joking and we are jokers. And that is the failure that we are passing through. This kind of the lady going to be getting back to school. Yes, hello?
Hello?
Yes, uko tayari? Aya. Fantastic. So we're going to be sorting out some of the things here, 2, 3, to make sure that everything is happening perpendicularly. But you need time. And guys, that is the scenario which is ever roaming out here and there. And we have to talk and re-talk about how the things are going to be coming. This is the tingo. And let us not be lied about, oh, you know, this is going to be this way, it's going to be this way. Some of the people, and I can tell you as a fact, when I was working at the villa, I saw things that some of the people can never even express themselves and understand how it's gonna be coming. Point number one. Do you know some of the views are being bought? And there are some of the people who are being communicated, they talk about, if you are ready, if you are ready, you just tell us, we're going to be getting to that live and we're going to be paying. That's a very fantastic thing, because I had one of the call he was ever calling when we were having the party in 2023. And people never knew, like, why are people watching so many this kind of the party time? And they never knew because of what? There was a payment that was done, and he was having a committee, and the members of the people who were ever talking about, yeah, I'm going to be handling that one. And it was broadcasted direct from China. And you see so many now people are watching, so many viewers are people are watching the live. But when you come to the real consignors, these are just the robots. The phones are placed in one area and you pay. It was paying, it was 1,000 USD. And they're going to be now making sure they're going to be giving you that kind of the watch time. And the people could think about, yeah, this kind of the person has fans that want to be watching. Hey, when you wake up, my friend, you find your channel has boomed and you have not yet monetized. You think about you're going to be monetizing, it's not monetizing. What is happening? People are going to be now getting it rough. So back to the G Castle here. I'm going to be giving you a little bit of the reservations that are going to be taking place at this kind of the time. And also we're going to be tanganizing to make sure that things are going to be popping out each kind of the time here. So I'm still concentrated to the modern kitchen, because I talked about the one that is there is a bit to go down, and I don't want to reach that kind of an esquire of it falling down and also hitting some of the people, getting the misery, mayhem, havoc, and also the people going to talk about, oh, Gintu, going to be this, you're going to be this. So I have to prepare it before things are going to be falling apart. And that is my legacy and the way to get forward here. But before I'm going to be getting there, I'm going to be having another gentleman here. Welcome, bro. How are you?
I'm good.
How is everything?
Everything is fine.
This is just a new face. I'm just checking today.
Yeah.
And how is everything, bro?
Everything is not that much good. Yeah.
So what's your name?
My name is Fellow_KE.
Fellow.
Yeah.
Fellow, F-E-L-O.
Yeah.
Fellow.
_KE.
Fellow_KE. The real name?
Felix Onyango.
Oh, Felix Onyango. So you are Jamong.
Jamong or Jaluo.
Jaluo. Yes, that's how we call it, Jamong. Okay. But that's now how everything is going to become. You are a YouTuber also?
I'm also a YouTuber.
So Fellow_KE. KE.
Yeah.
So that's how you call yourself. Yeah. I'm going to be coming to you.
Okay.
Exactly. So guys, here we have just got some of the doors. We have already placed some of the doors here. And the door is making sense. These are 8 feet tall. And you have to understand how the things are going to be coming out collectively here. Hey, the lady is just... Yes, hello? Eh?
Vitabu.
Oh, Vitabu. Wacha niangalie. Ooh. I'm going to be calling one of the gentlemen here. I don't know where is this kind of the gentleman right now. I don't know what's happening here. As you're going to be calling there. So guys, I've not yet placed this kind of the windows here. And I'm going to be waiting for a little bit of some moment. Then I'm going to be dealing with each kind of the room one by one. As we're going to be sorting them one by one here to make sure that everything is happening so meticulous. Jesus. I'm going to be calling them to understand what's going to be coming out there. Punguza basi muziki. Toa muziki. So guys, this is the modern kitchen, and I think we are moving so meticulous, and already we have placed some of the doors here and some of the windows here. Now we are now into the tiling platform, and we're going to be getting inside to understand what we're going to be popping out at this kind of the time here. Already down is fixed here, and today we have some of the beautiful ladies here. Hey, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Everything is good?
Yeah.
So today you are here. So you are making it happen. Exactly. So you are a good handman. This gentleman likes ladies working in here. We're going to be coming to
gender matters.
Gender balance or matters?
Gender matters.
Yeah, guys, this is what we are going to be doing here. Talk about now. The kitchen is going to be now looking so meticulous, and the position is getting good. Talk about we are using the plastic strips here, and we have not yet talk about putting this kind of is it called a grout? We have not yet placed the grout, and it's going to be washed so meticulous. This is how it's going to be looking. And the problem that we have done here is number one. Hey, you know we're going to be having a biogas here.
Okay, they're gonna drill.
They're gonna be drill, or they will drill. Exactly. So we're gonna be having a biogas gonna be here. All you can see where it's gonna be possible. How do you see? We have here like something else, and we have the biogas at the other end. Or how do you think about?
Let the biogas be at this.
The biogas be here. And you understand this kind of the kitchen how it is. You understand like this is another layout here, and here we're gonna be having a cooker. I talk about a bigger cooker, yes. Yeah. And if you're going to be having a cooker, also you're going to be using the same biogas.
Yeah.
The pipe will be running. Or the pipe will run from the outside.
Yeah.
Oh. So again, okay. So you're going to be getting some tiles down here also?
Yeah.
Okay. We are on it, and this is the way forward. We have some of the pieces of tiles there, and also some of them here. This is a sink area, and it's a double sink. You can see it's a double sink. And also you're going to be prepared so meticulous. So today we are dealing with this kind of the part until it's complete. And after completing, now you're going to be in a better position to say things are ever coming out so meticulous here. So guys, this is a way forward. We have to make sure that things are going to be coming out and also coping up. And we are moving so meticulous. There's a person I'm going to be calling also to make sure that things are not falling apart. I don't know which this kind of the gentleman is. I don't know. Let me check about it. Then I'm going to be coming back to you in a short while and handling much of the matters are going to be arising. Keep tuned. Let me call this kind of gentleman. Going to be a secret agenda. Coming to you in a short while. There's a little bit of some of the things that will ever come out clearly to talk about here. So today we're going to be taking some of the ladies that there's a lady that I talked about going to be getting back to school from Magabo's position. I saw yesterday I was shooting a little bit of a video. Then people talked about Gintu, can you handle the Magabo and the Magebo? You understand those kind of the projects, they are just running slowly, and we have to take back some of the things are ever emergency. And what is ever giving us some emergency sometimes is whereby we see the condition of some of the homes, and some of them are not permanent. Sometimes I can go and talk about, yeah, this can be permanent, and we can see whatever can be permanent, and we can handle it as a permanent solution. But some of them are just some casual way. Talk about temporary. We can talk about it just buying some of the clothing or buying something. And yesterday's video, I've not seen anybody who has just democratized and talk about, Gintu can even buy some, talk about, I know the economy is very bad, wherever you are coming from, and I know some of the things are never cooking out well. But we understand it's a way of the life, and we can get or we cannot get. We are not at 100% like, okay, we're never going to be doing some of the charity. Some of the charity are never 100%. As I can say, there's a project that I was performing in one of an area, talk about from the MCA part. Then we reach at talk about maybe the roofing stage. Then I talk about, okay, we can get some of the iron sheets, and it was ever getting there. Some of the time you can get a person going to be donating or going to be giving or a hope. Talk about, oh, we're going to be doing this. Sometimes you can never have. And when you see Gintu is not getting somewhere, sometimes talk about maybe there's nobody who has ever talked about you're going to be making it happen. You understand? And also it was my first time to do this kind of the project, maybe long-time projects. I was doing short-term projects, like talk about to Magabo or Magebo and Magabo, both of them. It's just a long-term investment we are doing, or the solution we are just giving the permanent solution to those kind of the homes. But what is making me to feel crazy is whereby I went again talk about the first wife of Magabo, Magebo, not Magabo. The first wife of Magabo. You understand, died, and after dying, she died due to the cold-blooded, because she was doing the work to the job. Then she fell from a story building up to down, and she died immediately at the spot. Then from that kind of the position, they took the body back home, and now the children, they don't have a parent. You understand that kind of the scenario of those kind of the ladies. Now what happens very tricky is whereby he married another wife. Talk about the second wife, and people saw this kind of the children can never live to this kind of the house with this kind of the second wife. They had to start a new house for the first wife. Talk about this kind of the children who are 3, and make them a bit have a home, because the second wife was brutally handling them. and they had to migrate to the grandmother, and again they're going to be chased away from the grandmother's position with the talk about the last born to the father. They're talking about your father is there, your father is working, your father can do whatever is necessary. Why can't he act responsibly and take care of you? What is happening to that kind of the people? And they talked about, okay, we don't have a hope, okay, we're going to be staying here, and things went that way. And the father has neglected this kind of the children because he is not acting with anything. Let me say this. Whenever I acted and married the second wife, and now the second wife again is gone, and the second wife has left 2 children, which is a boy and a girl. And again, after this kind of the lady has gone, which is the second wife, again has brought another wife with 2 children. So now you can assume, talk about, okay, 3 children for the first wife, 2 children for the second wife, 2 children, now 7 children at that specific home. And now talk about 5 children, they don't have mothers. Already the mothers, they have left. Talk about 1 has died, another 1 has left vacantly, and talked about have vanished, and you have to take a responsibility of your children. And now Magebo himself, this kind of the children are going to be getting to school. Nobody is going to school. And we have taken the position to take this other big wife's children to school to make sure they're going to be getting education and coming out, because people sympathize and talks about we're going to be taking care of them now and again, including taking them sanitary needs, some foodstuffs, and also school, and also house where they're going to be staying. And another thing is the mother, who is the grandmother, she has been chased out from that kind of the position. She has been told you have to evacuate with this kind of the children because they are now, you are coming like they're going to be yours. Now you have to evacuate with them, and nobody needs her to that kind of the X-square again. A bit a problem whenever it comes to that kind of the position. And it's so traumatizing to this kind of an agent whenever we're going to be talking such kind of things. And now Mageva has started this kind of the work of maybe making some of the DAFs and taking them back to school now and again. And what is happening is this kind of the DAFs, I don't know if it's going to be payable or it's not payable, because he's working, but now the children is not even at this kind of time. I'm taking this kind of the children to school, but he has not even talked about this is 200 for my child, go back to school and learn. Nothing. How is that kind of the home going to be responsible? A bit a problem whenever it comes to that kind of an Esquire. But I'm going to be getting back there. I'm waiting for a border to reach, and so they can just rush to that kind of the position to handle much of the matters or they arise. But I have my friend here, and we're going to be having a little bit of a chit chat with him here. And you're calling yourself fellow_KE.
Yeah.
And where are you coming from specifically?
I'm coming from Awendo.
You're coming from Awendo. It's just here.
Just here.
Oh, just Awendo.
Yeah.
Awendo can my bike can run to Awendo. Give me approximately 45 minutes.
Which bike are you using?
I'm using it's just a TVS 150.
Oh, that one can within 45 minutes.
45 minutes
yeah.
I can be in Awendo.
Yeah.
And I had some of my friends who are coming from there called Lim Africa. He was a musician. I don't know if you know that man. He's coming from Awendo town there.
No, I don't know.
He was calling himself an artist. He was there during the party 2023. I met with him. He came to perform in a Maro party, so I met with him there. So he's my friend, and he has been telling me ABCD, and there we understand the self where we're going to be coming. So what are you doing right now? And who ventured? How did you come to venture into the YouTube platform?
Okay. Okay. Allow me introduce myself
Exactly.
first. Okay, thank you, Jintu, for hosting me in your channel.
Thank you.
I go by the name fellow_KE, and I'm coming from Awendo.
Awendo.
Yeah, Awendo's town.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I've been seeing a lot I've been seeing people doing YouTube, but I never knew what was the impact of them doing it.
Uh-huh. It's working.
Okay. So I was just asking myself, these people are doing this, and what is the gain? Yeah, then I was with a friend who, I don't know if you know Otenga Jr.
Otenga Jr., I know him.
Okay. Yeah, there's a person, his friend, who they were doing online writing with in Nairobi. Then he came home, then ventured himself in YouTube. So this friend told me YouTube is paying. So I asked him how. Are there some requirements you need for you to be paid? Then he told me 1,000. He told me a lot. Then I just had interest. Then I created YouTube channel last year, January. Then I reached you, but it was very unfortunate. I lost my phone. So you know, the year just went like that. Reaching from April to October is when I got a phone. But he had to force me to take these ones of paying installment.
Installment, yeah.
You have to pay is when you use.
You work, yeah, it won't be working.
Yeah. So that's how it came out.
So that's how now. So already you have a channel
I have a channel.
and it's working,
It's working, very active.
very active.
Yeah.
And how many subscribers right now?
441.
441. Which kind of the content?
I'm just doing vlogs.
The vlogs.
Yeah.
And any the live one or the village ones?
The village ones.
The village ones.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I know how the life is, I know, and also I know how it's going to be challenging, maybe opening a channel and having this one. So have you been watching so many people from Nyabuhanse, or how did you come to be in touch with me?
Being in touch with you. So you know, like, I'll not mention the names, but you know, you try to reach somebody, he's telling you do this, then contact me back. You try to do that as he said, then you reach him, he's telling you things going on cornering. So like, you just like, let me look for somebody. So for the very first time, I saw you have not
I was just building the
the G custom. So like, I don't know, you are doing a video in this
bananas.
Yeah, I think. Then you are dancing. Then I was saying,
It was a reggae music?
yeah, exactly. So like, you know, I passed that video is when I came back and said, let me contact this guy. Is when I contacted you. The way we talked, I said this guy might help. Yeah.
So most of the people also they think about, okay, whenever you know, much of the people, they see we are doing some of the reaction, and we are just reflecting and telling out the truth how it is. And most of the people, they think about maybe we are bad or we are not genuine or whatever. So what is there is some of the people can approach you and they think about, oh, how can I start approaching? Maybe it will be difficult or you're gonna be, and it's not everybody, and not everybody is welcoming, and not everybody can give you a platform like the way we are just doing it here. And it's very hard for a person, I don't know you. It's only a phone call you phoned and talked about you're going to be your supporter, going to be watching you, and I need to come to Nyabuhanse. Can you meet with me? And you're going to be this way and this way. I talked about that. Why not? Because it is Kenya. We have the freedom of walking wherever you want. You can go anywhere you need. One day, one time, maybe I'll be there. And maybe if I can create a friendship with you, I'll be finding something in Awendo. And I'll come and talk about, okay, man, I'm going to be coming to Awendo or this or that, this. Then you're going to be handling the matter how it's going to become. It will be a better, something very better. Then I talked about, okay, I'm going to be making sure that whoever I'm going to be calling, if it cannot make, I will tell you at this kind of the period of time, but you took long. And you lost at a way, then a bit you came back at a specific time again and you talked about how you're going to be, you understand, I'm the one who told you you're going to be this way and this way. And you texted me yesterday also, and I think I replied because sometimes I have so many messages. And sometimes I'm not using one phone, I'm using two sometimes, and getting much of the things to be in touch, a bit a problem. So don't worry, if I take long not to get some of the reply, understand it's a bit of the work. And we have to understand how the things going to be coming. So welcome, bro, welcome home, and feel free. You're going to be staying or you're going to be getting back?
That one I think we'll discuss.
Okay, how you gonna be coming?
Yeah.
How you gonna be coming out?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think we're gonna be rushing. I think the border is around. We're gonna be rushing to take one of the girls into the school, and I don't want to waste much of the time to make sure that they're gonna be getting back to school. Then we're gonna go back to do other things responsible, and it will be so meticulous. Whenever maybe you late for me, I'm gonna be not taking long, and I'll be back because I don't always my concern. I go the way I am. I don't talk about, okay, I have to clad maybe a jumpsuit or whatever. No, I go the way I am. And this is how I'm going to be getting back to school, because it's just orienting her to school and signing much of 2-3 things. Then I talk about what next and what not next. Then everything going to be running good. Okay. So keep tuned and feel free, feel at home. And everything's just fantastic.
Thank you.
And you're going to be telling them to subscribe. It's your first time, yes. And whoever going to be finding like going to be better to subscribe, going to be so better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, family. Go and check me out, fellow_KE.
Exactly.
Subscribe, like the video, share, and leave a sweet comment.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Fellow_KE.
KE.
Exactly. And you're going to be making it happen. Support, because here we ever to support each other. I know how the YouTube platform is. I know the start how it is. And if you're not given such kind of a shout out, maybe somebody to support you a bit and accept like you're gonna be growing also, it's very hard for somebody to grow you and you grow yourself. And that's the hospital that we have ever to come out and make it happen. Keep it tuned, be locked. I'm gonna be back to you in a short while. Are you ready?
Yes, Buddha.
Thank you. We're gonna be rushing to the school and handling the matters how they're gonna be arising. Keep tuned, back to you in a short while. Guys, I've reached this kind of the section. We have our grandma. Hello.
Hello.
Mambo vipi?
Vipi?
Mambo iko chonjo.
Chonjo.
Kila kitu iko sawa.
Sawa.
Thank you very much. So guys, we are here and we're gonna be getting this kind of the lady back to school. Talk about is a Form 3 now, and she has bought this kind of the stuffs here, including this kind of the mattress, and she's gonna be now being. Hi, come and tell us something here. That's the uniform. Come to this kind of the section here, as we're gonna be leaving to school. It's called Nyankore Secondary. Now you are looking now very neat, very meticulous. Everything is good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be getting to school. So are we ready? Everything is bought. We are ready. Okay. Oh, even hey guys, if it could not be talk about getting to the boarding, so she's going to be getting to the boarding school. That's why we are here, to make sure that everything is going to be getting good, including she was a day scholar. She was going and coming back home, and right now she's going to be now getting to boarding school. She has to board. The other siblings, they're good. Your sisters, they're good now in school. Everything is good, eh? Yeah, exactly. That's what we need. Talk about embrace the education, and it's gonna be so meticulous to this kind of time, and we understand what has been happening. Sai lazima muende na mzazi ama utaingia tu? Mpaka uko na mzazi. Sasa ile mashini yangu itafika. Si watu watashangaa sana. Guys, they are laughing. So, guys, they are fearing this kind of the machine, that motorbike I'm having there, the red one. You know, the big one, Sigano has gone with it to look for a little bit of some money. Talk about we have that kind of a machine that removes the maize from the cobs. So it's the one who is working with it, so as he can look for the pocket money and also the rental money, and also look for a bit of some shoppings that you're going to be getting back to school. University going to be so meticulous. So he has gone with that big bike. Also I have another bike. It's also into the duty. So I have that kind of the machine which is boing, boing, boing. They are refusing like we are not to get there. Tunakaa huko ama tukai huko? Oh, wewe unakaa hapa. Guys, they have talked about they cannot sit to that kind of the bike. They're going to be having too much noise, but no problem. I'm going to be getting now to their school in style. Bwem, 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 bwem. Yeah, exactly. That's going to be so meticulous. And hiyo tashikilia, si ndio? Haya, park twende. Umeambia koko bye. Bye. Sasa, very good smile here now. And if I see the smile, it's only the middle-aged sister. She's a bit having, I don't know why she's ever sad, mood is not mooding, but we have to understand. Sasa tunaenda wapi, hapa ama uko tena tumetokea? Tuende juu, si ndio? Tuende juu. So we are ready and we're going to be taking everything, going to be getting back to school, and everything going to be running to this kind of the position immediately. Wewe mbona hujaenda shule? These are the ones that are left here with the second wife. A problem. So they don't go to school. Bye. I'm into your back. Ni hold nishikie hii basi ni hata mimi nilete mashini yangu. Unajua kushikilia kweli? Acha huyu ashikilie. Ashikilia basi. Unajua naangalia hapa. Unaangalia? Aje nimulike basi.
Mkonde.
Haya. Kuja. Sasa ndo mashini kiwaka tunatoka ndugu. Guys, I have to follow them. I have to follow them immediately with an immediate effect. I don't know why they are refusing this kind of a machine, and it's a brand new machine, and it is one way. So we are heading to school, and I'm gonna be part of the team and also representing to make sure that everything gonna be so good. Keep tuned, and this is what we're embracing: education. Let's see what's gonna be taking place from the school there, and also getting her be enrolled, and also make sure they're gonna be accepted in the boarding school, and we are paid for the fee also, a bit of it. If you're gonna be supporting us, if you're gonna be attached to support us also in small things that are gonna be coming, if you're gonna be sending some of the things from the US, supporting us in a small thing that you're gonna be having, it should be so meticulous and share ever talk about. Thank you very much for this kind of the time, and God bless you as we're going to be getting to the grassroots of touching things. So everything back to school, coming back to you in a short while. Bye guys. Due to unconditional circumstances, before I could reach to the school, the motorbike has refused due to the age. It's very old, so it has refused to reach to the school, so I have to take another bike. Guys, this is the real life in the scenario. So I've parked it there. So here in Africa, the good thing, you can park anywhere and we'll come back and get it, because it's too old. It doesn't have any kind of the risk. So I have this kind of gentleman called himself Yusufu. How are you, Yusufu? His brother was the one who chased that woman from Tanzania who was having a child, having a problem with her body. How is your brother? Good. He's good. He's available. Has he married? No. Has not yet married. Yeah, so you can understand it was a bit from this kind of the side here. So I had moved, and they have gone already. I think they have gone. I think they're going to be reaching to the school, and we have to hurry up and catch up with them to make sure that everything going to be so good there. So that's the circumstances that we are ever faring into the ecosystem here, and that's why I don't have to use that kind of the bike again. It can fail me. Yeah, so I have to make sure that we're going to be booking another bike to reach me there, and again we're going to be coming back, and I'm going to be having the other gentleman to tie her off, put it to Nyabuhanse, and make sure we're going to be getting to the mechanic and be handled whatever going to be so responsible. So keep tuned. I'm going to be making sure that everything is so fantastic whenever it comes to that kind of the position. We are heading back. Wait, kijana, mambo vipi? Yeah, we are fantastic, and we should, for the people ever tuned and talked about the education. Let's get ready to the school, and everything will be coming to the system. Guys, we have arrived onto the school here, and we are now gonna be she has got already the friends in front of us here, and everything gonna be so fantastic at this kind of the area. And we are heading to, I think, the signing in. You have to look for the administration block, and we're gonna be getting everything there. How is everything? The box is so heavy, man. No. Gentlemen, exactly. So guys, we are now reaching here, and I understand we're going to be doing everything possible and getting her to the school. Now the friends are here looking for her meticulously, and things are going to be copying to you live, which is one-on-one, and we're going to be coming back to you in a short while. Let's see what's going to be popping up to this kind of the position. I'm going to be giving you out some of the reservoirs, how they come, and what's going to be handled at this kind of the time, and kicking it out more meticulous. I think this is the administration block here. We're going to be making sure that we are getting inside here. Exactly. Wow. I like whenever we're going to be handling this kind of the matter. We're going to be coming. Keep tuned. Back to you in a short while. Guys, after all finishing the school, and we have sorted everything out, and my bike had brought a problem, and being I have a good Samaritan here, is now making sure I'm going to be getting back home safely. Talk about taking the advantage of pulling me using this kind of string here. Make sure I'm going to be getting back to Nyabuhanse and getting my motorbike to a mechanic so we can solve and sort out some of the things here. So this is how we do it in Africa. We're using just a bladder, and it's gonna be rescuing us to make sure that we're gonna be reaching where possible there. So, guys, you understand this is the real life in this kind of the village, a bit here and there, and we have to sort out how the problem. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, man. I'm having a problem. We have to sort it out the way it comes. And absolutely, this is what we pass through, guys. We're never going to be handling this kind of the charity work, and also getting some of involving, be part of the program to reach the site, and also do what's going to be coming out more meticulous. And this is the challenges we're going to be passing through to make sure that everything going to be solved out very meticulous here. But we say it's just to the living Almighty, and sorting out some of the 2-3 things how they always come. And whenever you're going to be staggering, I'm going to be staggered. If I stagger, I can just fall him down, because I don't have to stagger. Talk about maybe get cornering with the bike here. It might fall the other guy from the other side. Tunaenda back stage, back stage. Itakuwa sawa. Wow, safi, twende nayo. Exactly. So we are pushing and pulling here, meticulous. So twende tu, no problem. Yeah, and the bladder is very risky. Whenever you can cut itself, you're gonna be having a problem. Engo teme ucha rescue murawanga kucha. We Buddha. Oroke. Tuni combo. Guys, now you know here I'm controlling brakes and also stamina of movement, because any mistake I can fall onto him and hit him like a chariot drum. And we're going to be getting to the mechanic and sort out this kind of the problem one and for all. And that's why I always talk about that bigger bike a bit. It's going to be so responsible for this kind of the work here. But we have to go with how it's going to be. And this is what we're going to be getting it to be done this kind of the meticulous way. Woo! Hapo sasa ni sawa ba. Hapo sasa sawa. Sha. Guys, we are at the stage in Nyabuhanse, and it has been a pull and a push for a while. Naingia mboka? Yeah. So guys, we are sorting out. The tuk-tuk is onto the work here. Wewe achana na hii mashini. Hii iko na tabu zake. Mubyara. Umeanku hikoran. Guys, we have to sometimes look at the beautiful ladies here and there. Don't worry, this is Nyabuhanse, and everything will be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. And we have to sort out whenever it comes, and this is the way forward. But asante sana ba. I have to thank this kind of the gentleman. He has pushed me. If he could be pushing using my effort, I could be still not even into this kind of the position. Wacha tuingie huko kwa mechanic, si ndio? Yeah. So I have to push it to the mechanic. Mambo vipi? You have to push it to the mechanic, so you can just see whatever gonna be a problem here. Mura utaacha kuosha. Yeah man. Oya, itafika man. The mechanic is there. I don't know if the brake can fail. If it fails, only God knows. Aka. Mura tahundi bigi heno. Unajua imezima ba?
Kambema hakane muro.
Imezima bana. Hyundai staff. Mambo, uko chonjo? KMCQ. KMCS. Which one is bigger than which one? So this is more older. 2012 engine. And we have to sort it out the way it comes, and everything gonna be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Guys, keep tuned, and we have just made it happen. And also everybody I think is in school, and we're gonna be handling much of the matters that they rise. So keep tuned. Back again in a short while. The handling much of the matters are gonna be arising, and this is the end. Back to you in the studio. Unasota ama usota out ba? Haya, sort out. Ni kabila tama ni nini niko na tabu?
Ni nini imefanyika?
Imezima bana, ilianza mbwa ta 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 ta. Mbwa ta ta ta. Alafu it gone off. It shut off.
Tugoni wote. Kesho.
Kesho.
Tulichenge.